W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. Let's start off with my dubs. Listen to the SZA album this weekend. I was impressed for an extremely long album, but she kind of owes us considering she's been in hiding for years.
23 tracks. 23 tracks. I did listen to it again after we talked yesterday. It was a little bit better on the second listen. I still think it's a very poppy album. I definitely think it's a little bit more pop than R&B. Not really to my liking, but better on the second listen than the first for sure.
If anybody gets the excuse for a more poppy sounding album, it should be a female R&B singer, I guess. As long as it's not like a rapper or.
Why wouldn't we hold her to a similar standard?
Because she is R&B. She is not, well, besides the intro track of this album, she's not normally a rapper.
Well,
so an R&B singer
can lean
into the pop side.
Even when SZA on an R&B track, she still be spitting. Still be spitting. It don't even matter.
Toxic bars, but we'll get into that in a second.
I would say true enough, but she still be spitting either way. I'm just saying if we're going to, if I'm not stigmatizing her anyway for being a female artist, I should judge her the same way I judge the males, right?
Well, it's not that she's a female; it's that she's an R&B artist. And she's mostly just an R&B artist.
So if Jacquees gave you a pop album, you'd be okay.
You'd enjoy it. I'd be more okay with it than I would J. Cole or an actual rapper.
Equally disappointed.
I don't know.
But
I personally would allow a R&B singer or primary R&B singer the leeway to dip into pop, whereas a primary rapper, like. Sticking this line. You can sing a little bit, but anyway. So SZA and Future have a lot in common in that both of them are on this fence of I'm super toxic, but I'm also kind of a simp or a pick-me. And I just I don't know who's worse, or even in the conversation of male versus female, what might be worse for the relationship. I don't know, man. I feel like they're almost on equal planes as it pertains to this being on the fence shit.
I seen a meme today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this chick, she was yelling at her boyfriend in the car. It was like, yeah, you just looked at her butt. You don't play with me like that. And blah, blah. And then he just leaned over and kissed her and said, mwah, right in her mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, why you do that? That don't change nothing. That's SZA.
Looking at her, she was jogging and you damn near broke your neck.
No, I was looking at the dog she had.
The dog? You did not even like dogs.
Yes,
you were looking
do.
at her butt.
What?
Why'd you just do that? Why'd you just kiss me? Mm-hmm. That doesn't change anything.
I wasn't looking at her. We good now?
That is definitely
like cussing you out, finger in your face, all on your forehead, daring you to swat her hand away or anything. And then in an instance, ooh, baby, I love you. That's that shit. That's that bullshit. You gotta watch that.
The second she hears I love you from a nigga, she is a pick-me immediately. And it's just it's that in and of itself is kind of toxic, but it's toxic against her, I guess. And then Future's the same nigga that will say, I know I'm gonna get my bitch back. Whoa. Come on, bro. That's not toxic.
On one hand, he don't care and he got all these bitches and it is what it is. But on the other hand, you really can tell that man really want his girl back.
There's that lyric.
And did for a while.
There's that lyric, but then there's, yeah, I ride for my niggas, I lie to my bitch. Who are you? I don't know who either one of them are, but they are almost a version of the same person, but on opposite genders. I don't know.
Did we just set up a power couple?
SZA and Future would definitely be a toxic power couple. A power toxic couple.
Boy, y'all thought Ricky. I was about to say y'all thought Ricky and Bobby was something. Yikes. Y'all thought Bobby and Whitney was something. Future and SZA together. First of all, the music would be fire.
Amazing.
The music would be fire.
Yes. The lean ballads.
Damn, I think we need to set that up. Let's find a way to get them in a room together. Let's
Oh,
make that
that'll
happen.
be easy. There's one person that knows both of them quite well. Drake.
Stop it.
He knows
it
both
out.
of them. He knows both of them very well.
Future gonna tell Drake to set them up, and then Drake gonna shoot his shot on his own.
Of course he would.
He gonna be like, "Oh,
Drake's
I got
the
you,
best person.
I got you, fool, I got you, fool, got you." Hey, Scissor, look, I really want to take you out to dinner. I just want to suck your toes while you drink wine. Will that be okay?
Drake is definitely that guy. 1000%.
Hey, the whole munch thing. Oh, just let me eat it. Just let me eat it. Hey,
that was Drake?
it's definitely Drake.
Yikes.
Definitely Drake. Drake is definitely that type of nigga.
1000%.
You don't even gotta let me hit it for real. You gotta let me hit it. Let me lick it.
Oh shit. Yo. That is definitely him though.
That's definitely Drake.
1000%. All right. On to my college football takes. Couple dubs, couple L's. First, well, actually one dub for college football. But the most important, because I am a Buckeye fan. And so something has happened to me this week that I feel honored by. There are a couple of Michigan players that I respect, and there's a couple of Michigan players from the past and whatnot that I absolutely hate. I look at guys like Charles Woodson, I'm like, you know what? He's on the enemy side, but I respect him.
You gotta respect Charles Woodson.
I do.
Better.
I look at guys like Blake Corum. I respect that guy. All right?
Snubbed him for the Heisman.
They absolutely did.
Needs to be a finalist.
1000%. Then I look at guys like Desmond fucking Howard. And I
respect him too.
I hate that guy.
Super Bowl MVP and Heisman winner?
No respect. Absolutely not. None. And so it brought me great pleasure when Desmond Howard got on Twitter and blocked me. Yes. As a Buckeye fan, that just made my week. I earned a block from a Michigan man that I hate with all my blood inside.
He doesn't have time for your foolishness, and I feel like I hope he didn't look too close to your profile to see that you were associated with this channel, because
in my bio.
one day that we can talk to Desmond Howard. I hope he didn't look at your shit before he blocked you, and he just blocked you and moved on with his tremendous life that he has.
It's in my bio, so.
Desmond, hey, yo, look, I just want to let you know that this guy's behavior does not reflect the attitude of the podcast as a whole. We would love to have you on at any time, Desmond. You know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome. The former Heisman winner and Super Bowl MVP is always welcome.
Yeah, when you're doing the pod by yourself. Sure. And I can't edit
big
it.
Time.
I'm
no
not
matter who
editing
doing the pod.
I'm not editing it. You're gonna have hella uhs and ums.
He's gonna be on here.
Speaking of which, Felix asked me why. What did I say that caused the Desmond Howard to want to block me? I mean, I'm usually a nice guy on Twitter. You know, why would he do that?
You're probably just being an Ohio State fan.
Well, CJ Stroud had happened to walk by Desmond Howard and not shake his hand because Desmond Howard wanted to play like a bitch and not acknowledge him as he walked up to the stage. And I said,
"What was he supposed to do,
nigga? You see
CJ
Stroud walking on stage, and you deliberately look away.
No. Wait. I'm asking about CJ Stroud.
Oh, sure.
What did y'all expect him to do? I don't even think Desmond Howard expected him to try to shake his hand because he already knew what it was.
Absolutely. I agree with that. So then I retweeted it and I said, that's right. Heisman or no Heisman, it's still fuck Desmond Howard.
Disrespectful. I apologize on behalf of the pod. That will never happen again, Desmond. Ever. That will never happen again.
I don't know that it won't. He just won't be tagged. He just won't be tagged in it because I'm blocked.
Ohio's very own. You ain't got no respect, bro. You don't got no respect.
He lost that when he played for Michigan, and then
You don't got no respect for the OGs.
I don't have respect for Desmond Howard.
You ain't got nothing.
He doesn't have respect for me because he blocked me. So it's all good.
Because the tweet you sent said "fuck him." You didn't even have a conversation with my man.
I did it for this. I'm
gonna do a Joe Budden style pull up podcast at Desmond Howard's house, and I'm gonna let him call you a bitch, just like Charlemagne.
You know what? You're allowed to do that. And when I throw hands with Desmond Howard,
that is not gonna happen.
You're gonna have to accept that too.
Okay.
I will openly throw hands with that man.
You got more things
if he calls me a bitch.
Y'all got more things to talk about.
I do. Thank you for segueing for me. All right. So in that same breath, I had to give an L to the Ohio State, because now we're out here having our AD come out here and basically beg for money, beg for NIL money, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Man, put the money in the bucket. We just need $5 more now. We need $5 more. Keep the lights on. Hallelujah. Please, sir, give everything. Dig deep.
Yikes. Anyway, I don't know how I feel about it, because the main thing that we need to be focusing on in building a culture is building a culture around people who absolutely hate Michigan in the same way that I do, so that this rivalry can mean something.
I don't think your coach has gotten the message about that. The Ohio State program, like they have done historically, they only stopped doing it when Jen Trussell came here, has ignored the local in lieu of national. They've decided we'll be better recruiting national talent than we are putting up the walls. It's just a difference in philosophy, because that wasn't even started with Ryan Day. It was really started with Urban Meyer.
Sure.
But the idea that we're going to recruit nationwide instead of putting a wall up around Ohio and starting there, you don't have as many guys on there who grew up hating Michigan. You don't have many guys in there that understand what that rivalry means and what losing it means.
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with trying to panhandle money to try to get all these recruits based off of NIL.
I do think, though, that it can affect the winning culture, for sure. I do think it can affect the winning culture. It may not be apples to apples, but if you are pouring too much resource or time and energy into that part of it, it has to pull from somewhere. How much energy can you devote to something like that before you end up taking away from the football?
Yeah.
How much time can you devote to something like that before it's taken away from the actual football?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. And I don't know, man. I really don't know where college football is going, which is why we've already had the discussion about college football in the NFL. I already told you how I feel about Mateo Youngalele. I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot to look at.
Sure.
Going on to my last college football L, Coach Prime is already making his moves over in Boulder, Colorado. One of his first stops that he made is to a restaurant that seems to be a hot place in Boulder. A place called The Buff, which I don't know if it's a place on campus or what.
New spot of the day. About to go try this out right here. Eating The Buff. I've heard some good things about it. I'll be back to you soon. And I'm going to give you the truth.
Coach Prime goes into the restaurant. He meets with the owner. Has a great time. She's like giving him praise as Colorado's football savior. Gives him a gift.
We appreciate you. I can't tell you, and we're believers here. And for us, that's a huge thing for us. And I want to say thank you. It's the impact you're having, not just on the football team, but our community is really huge for us. And
he starts taking pictures with white people and their babies.
Do you mind if we get a picture with you?
Cool. Like, who is that black man? Must be important.
So, by the end of this video that I see, Coach Prime is basically giving the places a review. He's giving it all praises. And then he gets to one thing that he didn't necessarily like about it. Apparently, his son ordered chicken, and the chicken didn't have enough seasoning.
That's coming out of The Buff. Tell me who you are.
I'm Drew. I'm the manager of The Buff.
How long have they been here?
They have been here 28 years. Chris and Jackie Meyer started this restaurant in 1995. It's a family-run local business, #1 breakfast place in Boulder.
Okay, now you ready for my review?
Yes.
Okay. Hospitality, unbelievable. The waitresses, the waiters were on point. You came over, blessed us, smile, hospitality, everything was good. The service, they brought the food out immediately. Now, the chicken that my son ordered, he said it needed a little more seasoning. You know, we're from the South.
Yeah.
That was his one thing that he was just like, nope.
Yeah, you don't gotta do us like that, fam. You don't gotta be out here arguing about chicken. Now that we're back on the Dion subject, I did want to talk a little bit because we got some decent engagement on that video we did last week. I feel like people was kind of missing our very well thought out explanation on how we felt about him. So it was
a lot
like
of people read the title and just
no, very very clickbaity title, but it's cool. It's got you to click on it, right? Anyways, we did not call that man a sellout, nor did we cast any aspersions off of any of the SWAC conference or the people in Jackson who feel a way about Prime leaving, because I totally understand that. What I said was, I wished he could have given it one more year to let Shador get drafted from Jackson State. Let Shiloh and Travis get drafted from Jackson State. Now you can legitimately say that you put HBCU football on a different plane. Legitimately. When the last time you seen a SWAC player get drafted in the first round of the NFL draft? The second round of the NFL draft? Third round of the NFL draft? He brought $30 million there. They got new facilities, and when nobody paying attention to SWAC football before Prime. All true. The $30 million doesn't go as long as you think it does, and the facilities will be there for the next 30 years. That's just the fact. Now, I'm not privy to any of the comings and goings in Jackson. I'm not privy to any of the claims of impropriety with the university and the ticket sales and any of that. And then, again, it was, some controversy about him getting robbed in the locker room or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not privy to none of that. I didn't know anything about that. And I'm also not accusing Jackson State of stealing from the football program, even though that is what's being accused. I guess what I would say to that, though, is that you kind of had an idea of how it was here when you came in. And you knew that when you made some of the proclamations that you made about what you were going to do here. And so the only thing that I can do in that case is to be fair and hold you to your part of it. Now, again, if the university had some role in slowing you down or keeping you from progressing or not getting you the resources that you needed to continue, that's cool. I haven't heard none of that. He hasn't come out and told us that. But that I will accept that. Just dream case scenario, I would have loved to see Dion do something at an HBCU that we haven't seen before. And yes, when 12-0, winning the SWAC, the Celebration Bowl that he's not going to coach, it's fine. There's nothing sustainable that he left at Jackson, and that's disappointing. Let's just be fair and say that what we thought we were going to get out of this experience at Jackson State didn't fully flesh out. And so it comes off a little bit like a used car salesman. Like, you sold me a dream and then you ran up the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, I think we just admitted that we were a little bit disappointed in the situation, but that we weren't. I think we literally said, like, nah, he's not.
You can't hate on him because he's going to be good. He's going to be good at Colorado. Now, how good is good at Colorado? About 8 or 9 games. About 8 or 9 games. I would be surprised if it went anything beyond that. But he'll be good enough to get the next job. Just know from now on, though, that's what it is. When we talking about the Lane Kiffins, the Brian Kellys, the Lincoln Rileys, the guys who hunt for the next biggest thing, that's Dion. That's Dion. So what is going to be lost is that grassroots support that he had in Jackson, Mississippi. Fair or unfair? Fair or unfair? That part of it is gone. He can still be prime. He gonna be prime anywhere he goes.
Absolutely.
But that feeling of, okay, he's leading the little guys. That's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
That stays in Jackson.
And it's unfortunate. On to my next L. So we talked about different talk shows and things of that nature that have popped up just from different celebrities, different podcasts as well. Namely, Carisha's podcast, or Carisha's show, whatever you want to call it, which is a monstrosity in and of itself. But it seems that they are giving another show to another celebrity who I feel like is even less deserving. NBA YoungBoy is getting a talk show.
Who decided this was? Who is he going to talk to? What is he going to talk about? What is the subject matter? Who said this was okay?
He's getting a radio show from Amazon. Amazon feels like Jeff Bezos feels like he is that guy.
Can you imagine NBA YoungBoy doing an ad read?
No, absolutely not. Does he know how to read? Does he know how to talk?
Let's assume he knows how to read.
I mean, his circle around him.
I'm going to assume that he knows how to read, but it just...
Yeah, it's not going to be good.
We need to do more.
Maybe YoungBoy fans will find some kind of interest in it, but it's one of those things where it's like it's not going to serve any real purpose. And so I'm out on it. I'm already out. I'm good on the YoungBoy talk show. And I wish Amazon would give black creators the ability to create, actual black creators like me and this guy.
Yeah, I don't know when the celebrity to podcaster trend is going to end, but I really want it to soon. I really want it to soon.
I agree.
It is mind-numbing to watch people who don't really have anything to offer to the space rack up these meaningless views. I mean, and they are meaningless views. They're hours and hours of watched nothing.
Yep. Hours of people watching Carisha flirt with Meg.
Like, damn, I love you when you playing that guitar. Don't want to hear you talk for an hour and a half about nothing. I love you when you're acting in that movie. Absolutely hate this fucking podcast. and that's okay, because I can't star in $1 million film. I can't host a star-studded event. I can do this shit. I can do this. Everybody got a lane. Y'all just seek to dominate anything that you're not a part of, which has led to all of these celebrity pods and all these networks trying to get their commentators and talking heads on podcast. And eventually the money going into those things, they'll see that it's not that advantageous coming back, and they will flee. And I pray for that day.
I guess now is not the good enough time to announce that Back of the Bus Podcast Network has a new show coming out. Where's Ja with Ja Rule?
That is not a thing. It's not a thing.
Where he goes over the news and tells us
what
he's doing when big news is coming up.
It's not happening.
We've already got his first
gyro shot video.
I was gonna say we've already got his first advert shot.
Slap your mama! Pop Christo's got the best gyros you ever ate in your life. So good. Take one, think to you got to have Peters, Papa Cristo, Peters. They got everything. I'm gonna just give you a rundown of some of my favorites. They got tzatziki. Hold on. Octopi tequila. Well, whatever, but it's good. Abolimano soup. Copper pizza. And they got wine too. I'm telling you, come on down to Papa Cristo's. You can't even pronounce the food, it's so goddamn good. Show them what you're working with, Papa. Show them how you do it.
Hey, Papa, hey, where are you? Papa Cristo, are you here? Papa Cristo, are you here?
Come on down to Papa Cristo's, 2771 West Boulevard, Pico. Or you can call right now and get it delivered. Papa Cristo's. Ooh, make you want to do the dance.
Opa!
What do you mean?
Come get your gyros.
All right. 2 more L's. First L, Chappelle should not be bringing out Elon Musk during one of his shows. I don't know what that was about. And Elon Musk got deservedly booed. And then Chappelle started caping for him. Like, what? This is not the Chappelle I want to see.
Kind of had to work his way through it. He brought the man out on stage, and they low key was just like ushering him off. So he said a couple funny things to try to like lighten the mood. I don't begrudge him too much for that, because I mean he literally brought him out to it. It's like, you kind of, what you gonna bring me out to get my ass beat and then not at the Apollo broom me off the stage?
Making fun of the poorer people for having, the higher seats is kind of nuts, but.
Well, but he also, I mean, he threw some ribs back. He said all the people you fired in this crowd out here, that's why they so mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not so detached that he can't hear the angst of the people in the crowd and why they're actually booing. I think it would have been very easy for him to take the ultra simpy route and say, "Oh, guy, hey, you don't disrespect him like that. I brought this guest out here, come talk to you guys. You disrespect." He very easily could have turned it sour and made everybody in the crowd look like dicks. But no, there's legitimate beef here. It ain't my beef. It's your beef.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to try to stand here and be as nice as I can. I ain't feel like I wasn't too mad at him.
He shouldn't have invited Elon Musk in the first place.
No, now that he probably shouldn't have done in the first place.
But it is what it is. Last L goes to none other than Skip Bayless. So Skip and Shannon were having some sort of conversation about Tom Brady. Skip, out of nowhere, gets the unmitigated gall to mention the fact that Tom Brady is better than Shannon Sharpe has ever been. For no reason. To prove no real point amongst the conversation. And Shannon got pissed off. Took his glasses off and everything. He got pissed.
Because you know what? With all the accomplishments Brady has, right? And the stature that he has in the league, I think you would get that answer a lot, right? Let me tell you something. There has not been a day on God's green earth that Tom Brady was a better football player than Shannon Sharpe. Now, he's been better at his position, and he obviously has the accolades to be one of the greatest players of all time and the greatest quarterback. Like, it's gaudy. There has never been a day on earth that Shannon Sharpe wasn't a better football player than Tom Brady. It's not comparable. It's not comparable. Shannon Sharpe's the better football player. Tom Brady had the better career, or he's the better athlete, I should say. But Brady had the far better career.
Well, better
athlete.
Playing
quarterback is a football player. So I mean, if you play quarterback absurdly well, you are a good football player.
Better athlete as far as having
better than never play tight end now.
Yeah, but I would say he's a better athlete as having a career as an athlete, not in being athletic.
What?
I would say Tom Brady has had a better career as an athlete, not that he's more athletic than Shannon Sharpe.
I didn't say I said Shannon is the better athlete.
Shannon
is the better athlete.
Okay.
Tom Brady had the better career.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we were...
I had to take the player off of it because a quarterback is a player.
Right.
And Tom Brady has done more given that Shannon had an extraordinary career, it still pales in comparison to what... And I mean, you can talk about how much a tight end can actually contribute to a team as opposed to a quarterback.
Sure.
Right? That's fair to talk about. I'm just saying, the way it currently is set up, Tom Brady is always going to rank higher than Shannon Sharpe.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were just saying... I thought you were saying Tom Brady's a better athlete than Shannon Sharpe.
No, fuck no.
I was like...
I had to make the distinction between athlete and player because you can make a legitimate argument that Brady's a better player. A quarterback is a player, and then we know what the quarterback's influence on a team is. So that's not really hard to deny. I think what Shannon got offended with is he heard Tom Brady is better than you, and it's not even debatable, and he lost his shit.
That's basically what
I know exactly what he heard, because that's probably how Skip said it, and I don't know if that's how he meant it, but that's definitely how it came off, judging by the reaction.
Well, not only is it you're working with your partner, right? And in all senses, they are a team. They're a partner. Skip and Shannon are, right? So downing him is kind of fucked up. But then I also seem to remember a time where somebody called out Skip Bayless for his athletic prowess, and I'm sure he didn't like that shit. So
This shit had to have come up in his mind. He was like, "You averaged 2 points in Division II." I know he wanted to say that shit so bad. You want to bring up the fact that I'm not comparable to Tom Brady, because I be coming at Brady, and he do be coming at Brady. You know he do. You have been coming at LeBron since the day he set foot into the NBA, and you are in no way, shape, or form in the same orbit athletically as LeBron.
Facts.
Why are we even bringing this up? That's an L for Skip for sure. That's an L.
1000%.
That was unnecessary.
Extremely. That's my dubs and L's. It's on you.
Ooh, man, Jesus Christ. My Atlanta. All right, let's kind of get through these quickly. I'm going to give a dub to the remembrance of an honorary Wolverine from this season, Meechie Walker. So definitely, prayers out to him and his family. He just passed this weekend. Very heartfelt story. You probably saw him on the Big Noon kickoff reel a few times this year. So yeah, definitely shout out to him, man, and prayers out to his family.
Agreed.
I'm giving a dub to Christopher Judge for winning Best Performance at the Gamer Awards this year for Kratos in God of War 4.
Yep.
All right, so I'll tell your boy. Interesting fact, he wants to play Kratos in the live action. I say let him do it.
I agree.
One of the best video game voice actors that I know. I would love to see it.
I would love
he
to
has
see
the
it as well.
He has the physique. Little gray paint, and we right there.
Yeah, no, a lot of gray paint.
Right there. Oluwatimi is getting a dub from me for taking home the Outland and the Remington. That boy cleaning up, signaling to potential, grad transfer guys. Hey, come over here and get your hardware. You can get a couple rings, couple awards, go in the first round. What you got going on, bro? Come on, man. You don't want to be in Virginia. You don't want to be in Virginia. Come on.
Definitely don't want to be in Virginia.
Playing. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come up to Ann Arbor and get you a Thort.
Fentrell.
Get you a Thort, a Big Ten championship. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Fentrell.
I don't know why he would do that.
Fentrell, you've already been with a team that wears blue. Get with the scarlet and gray.
Oh, that's great reasoning right there. Yeah. Great football reason.
Don't get caught up in the blues. You know what I'm saying? It's right here.
Great pitch. It's probably similar to what Ohio State's telling them. I feel confident in saying that he would probably be the second best cornerback on our roster. And definitively the best DB on our roster.
Well, okay. Then he would have to be your second and possibly our first. So, Ventrell.
Okay. Anyways, moving on to my L's portion. My first L is going out to Cade McNamara for all that belly aching and whining that he was doing on a podcast with Jordan Palmer, the so-called quarterback guru.
Gross.
It was getting real gross over there, man. Even the way that they were setting up the questions, it was just like I was getting ready to do something crazy. It was a lot of filleting going on over there to set up some of these premises.
You about to be speed for a second?
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, Cade, is that basically they just disrespected you over there in Michigan. They gave you no credit. I mean, the other guy fumbled in the game, shit. And then you go over there and win, and they boot you out. They take your job over the summer. What the fuck is up with that? Basically, is how the premise was set up.
Damn.
But I mean, he took all opportunities to take his shots. Took a shot at NIL. Took a shot at the competition. Look, bro, it's much better to go out on good terms. That's it.
I
it's much better to go out on good terms, especially because all of the stuff that you're complaining about, it doesn't signal toughness. It doesn't signal what I would want in a new leader. It comes off like belly aching. You wish the old team well with the guy that they picked, and you hope and pray you get an opportunity to kick their ass in the future. You don't bellyache about how you went out and how you were disrespected. Your NIL was off. Fam, you were one of the highest players on the team. You had an exclusive deal with Tom Brady's apparel line. You were the only person on the team that had that.
On top of that, if it wasn't for you playing with Michigan, you probably wouldn't be in the position with Iowa now to where you can start immediately. Well, I don't know who else. I don't know who else they got in the QB room over there.
I mean, transfer here from Notre Dame, and I give him his credit for what he did. Right when he came in that terrible COVID year, won that game against Rutgers. That was probably one of the only bright spots of that season. And then he follows that up with the Big Ten championship. Like, I have no gripes with Cade. What I don't want to hear is you belly aching on the way out. That's just soft shit to me.
No,
like talking about players like Louis Hansen that were disrespected. Louis, bam. No, you didn't. Louis Hansen? Louis Hansen ain't played a snap all season. I guess that's what you're trying to say. He was disrespecting, huh? I guess I should trust your word off of the several coaches that watched the tight ends play and decided that a freshman was a better option than Louis Hansen. I guess I should trust you. How the fuck that sound? Get over it. And now I hope and pray that you end up in the title game next year. I hope you're there. I hope. Please be there. Do me the favor of being there at the end of the season. Please give me something to look forward to in this Big Ten championship game. Because the last 2 years has just been lambs to the slaughter. Give me something interesting to hope for.
It's weird that you would root for Iowa to play Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
That's not even close to what I was asserting.
It's weird.
Y'all got to get some stuff together. How about y'all get it together before you start talking about Ohio State being anywhere?
I think we'll get what we need to get together.
Oh, that's what you thought.
Before December 31st.
You thought... It's amazing how you think you're just going to create a new team in the next 2 weeks.
I didn't say we had to create a new team.
Amazing. I did.
I don't think
November 26th did.
I don't think we need to create a new team. It's okay. It's all right. We have differing views.
Okay. Next L is going out to Jay-Z, who apparently stole 99 Problems from Ice-T. Can you believe it?
No.
Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it.
Ice-T apparently wrote 99 Problems in collaboration with one of his homeboys and let the producer or somebody know about it.
I think Rick Rubin produced it.
Was it Rick Rubin? That would have been crazy. Because he gave that to him years later. They did that years. Anyways. So yeah. Song never gets made by Ice-T. But then he hears it years later being sung by Jay-Z. At least the hook. I don't know if he's claiming that the verses were his. But oddly enough, we did find out that Ice-T actually has a writing credit on the song itself. So really, we don't have nothing to cry about. You know what I mean?
Take your money and take the money and run.
Now we can talk about the fact of people out here hijacking sounds and stuff like that. We can talk about that till we blue in the face. It's more than just Jay-Z doing that.
And I think Jay-Z himself has done it a lot.
Yeah, we can talk about more than just Jay-Z doing that if we want to entertain that conversation. But it's not like Ice-T ain't getting his cut. You know what I'm saying? He's getting paid. I need to talk seriously for a moment because this is an epidemic and we really need to handle it now. We need to address it. I need all of our Caucasian squad homies to come to the forefront for a moment and speak to me about this so that I can figure out how to help y'all. What is this craze of y'all cooking this wild shit all over YouTube Shorts and TikTok? What is this? What is happening?
Bro,
I watched a young man
trolling.
No. Trolling is creating the shit and saying, "Ooh, look, it looks so good," and then you spoon it around a little bit, you tear it apart, you show the juices coming out the meat onto the screen. If you was trolling, you would never take a bite of that shit. I watched somebody eat a testicle and butter sandwich today, and he said it was his favorite snack. And then at the end of the video, he took a big nasty bite out of it and almost threw up. Raw testicle and butter. Have you ever seen something so disgusting?
I haven't, and I'm glad I have not seen that. Because that sounds disgusting.
She had a hamburger patty, and then she cut it into a smiley face, and then she put the eggs into the fucking burger, and then she put chips around the burger because that was supposed to be mashed potatoes. White people, you can't turn chips into mashed potatoes. It doesn't go in reverse. You can't do it. You can't stop it. Stop. What is this? And I was like you. I was like, oh, they're not serious until they started eating the shit. What is the point of the troll if you're actually gonna put the shit in your mouth?
Some of them eat it, but they bite the corner of it.
Oh man, they be eating it. Oh my god. I seen somebody cook a rib on a griddle, on a breakfast griddle. A rib.
I think I've seen that.
You don't cook ribs inside. Well, you can cook them in the stove, but
sure.
Don't. Why would you?
No, you grill it.
Why you fucking
get the full taste out of it when you grill it.
You cooking a rib on a flat top or $20 flat top griddle you got from Kohl's. I know didn't nobody teach all this stuff. What's the origin? What's the history? Who taught you how to cook like this? It makes me think, how did y'all used to eat growing up? What did y'all used to eat? I didn't eat at a lot of white folks' place, so I don't know like what they eat on a regular basis. I assumed that it was just normal stuff. But there's nothing normal about any of this. And y'all had to get these recipes from somewhere. Talk to me. Help me help you.
Well, the one lady got the toilet bowl punch from her grandmother.
Yeah, I would have stolen her. I would have stolen her. We would have had to fight. For you to even put that in my hands. Now, see, that's a troll. Because nobody drunk the shit over there. Right? They just wanted to do a wow factor with they poo-poo Kool-Aid over there. Right? Sure. Nobody actually put that cup to their drink because they knew they was drinking doo-doo water. But all these other folks out here eating this nasty ass shit for the, oh, you got me shocking it on because that shit is nasty.
What about the lady who made nachos and she spread that shit all over her kitchen counter, her little island counter? That shit was nuts too.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, she just took out a couple bags of tortilla chips and just put them right on the counter, and just put cheese and beef and all that shit on there.
She seasoned Thanksgiving turkey with mayonnaise.
That's a age-old recipe.
The devil is a lie. You ain't supposed to be eating no oven roasted mayonnaise.
You never had mayo turkey?
No.
I feel like that would dry out the turkey even faster.
I feel like that. Why are you putting cooked mayonnaise on your meat? Okay. Last L I have is going out to Miss JLaw for saying the single most dumb thing I've heard all year, proclaiming that her iteration of Katniss Everdeen was the first female action hero. Screw you, Halle Berry. Suck it, Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft. Give me more as G.I. Jane. Eat it. Call y'all. The hell is a trailblazer?
Wonder Woman.
Who the hell paved the way for me? I'm JLaw.
Wonder Woman, Charlie's Angels.
You didn't know I was Mystique. You ain't know I was Mystique.
Xena.
Lucy Lawless, fam? Literally the only female superhero when you was growing up, Lucy Lawless?
No, not L-Law, JLaw.
Right. I am the law. Judge Dredd head ass. Oh my God. How can, to quote my brothers in the UK, how can you be this daft, man? How? Jesus Christ. Do you think there were no women in movies before you started acting?
No, bro. Never.
She's
I never
since
seen any.
apologized. It took her way too long, but she's since walked it back.
How long did it take her?
Just a couple days. I would have thought of a tweet would have sufficed. That's not what I meant.
Yikes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she's lost it. If that's how she feels.
That is it for my list, man. Do you have anything else to say?
No. I think that's it.
Give us your dubs and L's and tell us what you thought about ours in the comment prompt below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and also come back every Wednesday, 10 a.m. for a new dubs and L's segment.
And make sure you check out some of our previous dubs and L's where we recap previous weeks. And make sure you check out our subscribe button. That's not what I wanted to say. Make sure you subscribe.
Check out our subscribe button.
Make sure you subscribe because in the future we'll be doing W's and L's every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. So make sure you are there.
Do you want to see my button?
Yo, relax. I found myself saying, make sure you check out. I'm like, that's not what I want to say. And so I just finished it anyway.